to another episode of Locked In on Security, your go-to podcast for everything security related. Brought to you by Alert Enterprise, the leaders in AI-powered physical identity access management. Today we have Tony and Luke from RemotePhoto, CloudCard. Which one is it, guys? I'm a little bit confused. I see both. Your t-shirt says RemotePhoto. Explain that a little bit and maybe just introduce yourself.
Great question. So RemotePhoto is the product, CloudCard's the company.
Got it.
We feel like RemotePhoto does a better job of describing exactly what we do. This is Tony Erskine. He's our founder and CTO. And I'm Luke. I'm the CEO of the company.
Well, welcome, guys. I'm so happy that you guys were able to come by because I think you guys have a unique solution, but also a unique story. Tell us a little bit about the problem that you guys are solving with RemotePhoto. What challenges are your customers facing that you're, looking to solve for them?
So what we do in a nutshell is we help security professionals take the stress out of capturing a quality ID photo. There's actually quite a few different stressors involved in capturing a quality ID photo. Okay. The primary problem that we solve that kind of rises to the top is an in-person photo capture experience. And you think about the stressors involved there. A lot of times you got to drive, sometimes hours if you're a healthcare, or an enterprise client, to wait in line for someone else to take your photo. If you're a university, you're trying to go meet your professors, go meet your fellow students. If you're an employee, you just want to get to work, get acclimated in your new office. And then we're also delivering a more automated experience for the badging director or the card office director, where they don't have to worry about manually cropping and rotating photos, sometimes removing the background and paint. It all gets handled for them, and our AI can actually approve and deny that photo for them as well. The future that we're trying to build is where quality ID photos magically get delivered to their intended location, right? Photo magic, where if you need a photo in PAX, we get it there. If you want it on your mobile credential, on your plastic card, in Outlook, in Workday, wherever that photo needs to go, we make it automatically get there without any human intervention.
I think for us, we see the same type of challenges when it comes to provisioning access and trying to automate that and have that workflow that really removes all that friction that you typically see, your manual entry. And it sounds like we're solving kind of the same problem. We need visual identification. We need credentials and access through identity. And together, we can make that happen in a very seamless way.
Absolutely. And I think, we are a small but important part of that experience, right? The capture of that photo. And I think what Alert enables us to do is realize that vision of automating that photo workflow, right? Where a user can automatically get created in RemotePhoto. We handle the processing of that image with AI. We do that automatically. And then getting that photo downloaded into the right spot and making sure that all happens automatically without any human intervention. That's where Alert really helps our solution.
So what kind of industries are your customers in? Like, CloudCard can solve problems for which types of industries that you tend to focus on?
Yeah, well, we got our start in higher education. Higher education was because they were a little more focused on, well, they don't call it the customer experience, they call it the student experience.
Right.
They're really sensitive to the fact that this is the first time that student is going to be interacting with that office on campus, and they wanted it to be a positive experience. We've been doing this for higher education for the last 10 years. We're starting to see a trend, especially with all the mergers and acquisitions in healthcare, where the healthcare and Fortune 1000 enterprises are really starting to realize the need and the opportunity to increase the return on investment for their security office, to decrease costs, and to provide, again, a better employee experience overall, not just for the employees who are having to come maybe to a different campus to get their photos taken, but also for the employees that have to sit there and man a camera all day long which there's usually better things that employee could be doing to enhance the security and safety of that organization.
Pretty much post-COVID, all of a sudden enterprises realize that the experience for employees is part of making that, company culture, the brand. It all feeds into making sure that your employees are having a great journey, a great experience from the moment that day one that they're hired until the time that they leave. And you want to make that experience as positive as possible. It took COVID to learn that, and it may be learning from higher education, but it's good to see that enterprises are now incorporating that as part of what they do for their workforce, for their employees.
Absolutely. Well, we actually had healthcare systems who were losing employees because the ID provisioning process was taking so long that this person who was a qualified applicant, a qualified employee who had gone through the process to work, at this hospital, just needed to find work somewhere else because it was taking 2 to 3 weeks to get through that manual process before they could be, actually start work.
What's sort of the first step that someone should take if they want to go down this journey of automating this process, and how do they get a hold of you? What's the best way?
Yeah, so you can check out our website, RemotePhoto.ai. And there's a place on there to just sign up for a quick discovery call to learn, just see if there's a fit. We're also pretty active on LinkedIn, so you can connect with me, Luke Rettstatt, or our RemotePhoto by CloudCard page. So those would be great places to start.
And I got to give you a shout out. I've seen your podcast. You've been doing a great job on that. So I think everyone should check out your podcast, Luke.
That's right. Yeah. The Get the Picture podcast. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. We'll have to have you on sometime.
Oh, I would love to be on. It'd be great. So appreciate it. Have a great show. And thanks again for coming on.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel to stay up to date on the latest episodes. Share this episode with your network and engage with us in the comments below. We'll catch you on the next episode.